The new young doctor in town. This is probably the proudest moment in his life as he prepares to take the place of his older, retiring predecessor. Of course, the young doctor and the old doctor may have some different ideas, different concepts, but they seem to have similar tastes where the cigarette is concerned. They agree on Camels. And this is not a coincidence, for repeated nationwide surveys show that more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette. A few years ago, 113,597 doctors in every branch of the medical profession were asked this question: what cigarette do you smoke, doctor? The brand named most was Camel. Again and again, a cross-section of America's men of medicine have been asked the same question. Again and again, the brand named most has been Camel. Yes, according to these repeated nationwide surveys, more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette. You see, doctors smoke for pleasure just as you and I. So what do they look for? Flavor and mildness. So smoke the cigarettes so many doctors smoke. Camel. Smoke them for 30 days. Try them on your T-zone. That's T for taste and T for throat.
Your show of shows, an hour and a half of top-notch entertainment. During the next half hour, relax and be the guests of Camel, mild and flavorful, America's most popular cigarette.
Why are Camels by far America's most popular cigarette? Well, here are two reasons. No other cigarette has Camel's rich, full flavor, and no other cigarette offers you this convincing proof of mildness. In a coast-to-coast test of hundreds of people with normal throats who smoked only Camels for 30 days, noted throat specialists reported not one single case of throat irritation due to smoking Camels. Try Camels yourself for 30 days and see why Camel leads all other brands by billions. Why Camel is, by far, America's most popular cigarette. And now, sit back, relax, and enjoy your show of shows. When a woman buys a hat, she may make a snap judgment that she'll later regret. It happens all the time. With cigarettes, you can take your time and find out which brand suits you best. Oh, you'll like your first Camel, for no other cigarette has Camel's rich, full flavor. But try out Camels as your steady smoke. Smoke only Camels for 30 days and see how you continue to enjoy that rich flavor. See how mild Camels are, how well they agree with your throat pack after pack. Then you'll know for sure if Camel is a cigarette for you. Start your own 30-day Camel test tonight. See for yourself how flavorful, how mild, how enjoyable a cigarette can be.
This portion of your show of shows is being sent to our men and women in uniform, both here and overseas, as a public service by Camel. Remember, try Camels for 30 days. Enjoy their rich, full flavor, that cool, cool mildness. See for yourself why, after all the various cigarette mildness tests, Camel leads all other brands by billions. Make a note. Remember your throat. Smoke Camels, by far America's most popular cigarette.
And the usual dinner for my friend. Good evening, and how are you tonight?
Feeling like a millionaire, Dale.
And no wonder, for this man always orders Pard for his best friend. Feed your dog as well as you feed yourself with Pard. Every can of Swift's Pard gives your dog as much nourishment as you get in a wonderful dinner like this. A big, juicy slice of roast beef with mashed potatoes and gravy and green beans. Actual tests show that your dog's dinner of rich, meaty red Pard is every bit as good or better. Lots more proteins, more iron, more vitamins, more food energy.
With Pard, I live a dog's life, and I love it.
So remember, to keep your little friend full of life, feed your dog as well as you feed yourself. Feed Swift's Pard, your best friend's best food.
Anything else is unpardonable.
Here is the suggestion from Swift & Company. A suggestion which will add zest to any meal.
Have you ever seen one of these before? Actually, it's something very important to you. Something that can help you recognize a fine food store. This man is stamping a Swift's brand on a side of beef, stamping it over and over again so you can see it right on the cut you buy. There it is, the name Swift's, the name that means fine meat and a store that sells the best. Look for the brand Swift's Premium, Swift's Select, or Swift's Arrow when you buy beef. Look for a Swift brand when you buy lamb, too, and also when you're buying veal. Then you're sure of tender, juicy, wonderful tasting meat every single time. Never a disappointment when you buy Swift's brands of beef, lamb, and veal. This name tells you you've got fine meat and a fine food store.
Our host for this evening, Sir Cedric Hardwicke, has just completed a highly successful Broadway run of the play Caesar and Cleopatra. He now gives us his version of what happened just before Caesar met Cleopatra.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a long ways to St. Louis, featuring Miss Betty Bruce.
I just met a gal with a face I adore, and I'm sure that I've seen that face someplace before. Where did it start? Was it Paris? Was it Montmartre? Oh, no, sirree. I'd be willing to bet, though it's screwy, she's the gal that I met in St. Louis.